Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Deontay, your most popular second shooter with Lenny K Photography. I'm here again, and today I want to talk about why, as a second shooter, the Macro 100 is my go-to lens for details. But today I want to talk about the importance of the 100mm macro lens. This lens has literally saved my life and my wife's life. It has taken our details, prep details for the bride and groom to a whole nother level. When we first started out in photography, we were using the 50mm a lot. And the 50mm, it did its job. But I used to always see those ring shots and those jewelry shots. And I'm like, man, how do people get those shots? Then I discovered this. I mean, this lens, it's one of my favorite. I would shoot with it all the time, portraiture wise, if I could, but I don't. But as far as weddings and details, top of the line. If you don't have it, you need it. We shoot mirrorless now, and this is an EF lens for DSLR. But if you have the adapter, you can still use it with your mirrorless cameras. So we're still able to use it on our mirrorless R6. But this lens, when I tell you, whether you're shooting full or if you're shooting more on the 0.5, real tight shots to get those shots that you'll see here in this video, you have to have it. If you don't, I recommend you put it in your toolkit. Put it on your priority list. You need the 100mm, especially as a second shooter. As a second shooter, you have to have one of those lenses where the main photographer can count on you and say, hey, I need you to grab those details. I need you to go get the groom. I need you to go get the groomsmen, get all of, the mugs, the watches, the jewelry, the cologne, the bridal ring, the engagement ring, all of those shots. You want those nice, clean, crisp shots. You need the 100mm. This lens is literally a game changer when it comes to details. We shot, like I said, with the 50mm for a while, and we would crop in. You take the picture and then in post-processing, you crop it to make it look like it was shot with a 100mm. But then you lose a little details and things like that. I mean, nothing you can really notice. But with the 100mm, it's literally a lens that you don't have to do all that cropping. It just literally, straight out of the camera, look like it should be in a magazine. So when shooting with the 100mm, if you're shooting in a well-lit area, you can bump up your f-stop, you can bump down your ISO, you can adjust your aperture. Typically what I like to do is, depending on the situation and the wedding and the lighting at the wedding or before the wedding, I'll bump it up to like 5.6 to keep the rings in focus. But if I want to more focus on the bride's ring, I'll keep it at like 2.8, where it has the bride's ring really in focus. A lot of times, groomsmen, they don't really care about ring shots and things like that. So particularly we focus on the bride's ring a lot more than we would the groom's ring. I mean, think about the whole day is centered around, women who are dreaming their dream of being married and fairy tale and all that. So we like to make sure that we get a good amount of ring shots, particularly focusing on both and more so on the bride's set of rings. When shooting with this lens, you got to make sure that you're careful not to have it on, full mode, to where you can shoot from a distance, as in like a regular lens. You can, like a 70-200. If you put it on the full mode, you can literally shoot like you were, shooting a portraiture session. You can use this lens for that, but I don't think that's really the primary focus for this lens. I usually keep it between 0.5 and then 0.3 for our detail shots. So if you don't have this lens, you need it in your toolkit. Every second shooter, every photographer needs this lens, whether they come out with a mirrorless compatible one. If not, you can still use the adapter on the mirrorless cameras to use the EF lenses. You gotta have it. So if you don't get it, it'll take your photography to the next level and you're able to be a more efficient second shooter. to get those details that main photographer may want from you. You're able to do that, and to do it at a very efficient rate. And you're able to get images that you love and that the bride and groom will love. I mean, I'll show a few of my images that I shot with 100mm as a second shooter for my wife. So that's why I'm here to say, every photographer, every second shooter needs this lens. This lens is a bad mother, you know what. So with that being said, I hope you guys got something out of that. If you haven't got the EF lens 100mm macro, do yourself a favor and put it in your Amazon cart, Adorama cart, whatever cart you use, wherever you shop at, Canon. Don't do it on the black market. Wherever you shop at, get that lens. You won't regret it. It'll take your wedding photography and your details and prep shots to the next level. Till next time, you guys, it's Giante here with Lenny K Photography, the world's most popular second shooter. No, I'm just kidding. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.